What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Tune in. It is episode 2 of the DW Experience.
I'm dreaming of a place I love more than I usually do. I know that it's a long road back, but I promise you I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents under the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. Christmas. Please have snow and mistletoe, some presents under the tree. For Christmas Eve will find me where the light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas. It's only in my dreams. Oh, my dreams. I'm trying.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the DW Experience. This is episode 2. So we are working everything out. Do me a favor. You can go to YouTube. You can go to Anointed Radio, click like and share, start a watch party because it is going down tonight. So first I want to bring on my co-host, none other than Shakita Lawanda. Welcome.
I was muted. Thank you.
You're welcome. How are you doing this week?
I'm doing good.
Okay. Okay, what does that mean?
Well, we've talked behind the scenes.
Yes.
So I've been just dealing with me on a lot, and it has its emotional highs and its emotional lows. So I'm just soaking it in. Today is kind of like more of a relaxed day, I guess, or lower on the totem pole, like just very, very relaxed. So it's like, I don't really know which direction this one is for today, but that's what it is. So it's not really a bad week. Can't really tell if it's really a good one yet either.
You know, I mean, and you know what, let's be honest, it's a lot going on in this season. So, I always feel like, what you're sharing with people, you're not the only one, so you're helping somebody out there. Let's see, we got an official president right now. We got Joe Biden has been officiated. He is officially going to be our president, and it has been confirmed today, right? I got to dog sit the wonderful Cairo, your dog, this week. He stayed with me a little bit. Y'all, I babysat a 65-pound pit. So that was fun, and you got a little time for yourself. So hopefully you enjoyed that time. Y'all do me a favor, go to YouTube, go to Facebook, Anointed Radio, click like and share. You can go to my Facebook. I shared it on YouTube. And today also, there was the first shot of the COVID vaccine given today. So my question for you and for everybody out there, some of you will see this on the replay. Are you going to take the shot when they offer it to you? Are you going to be one of the ones? Are you pro-vaccination? Are you like, I'm good?
Well, for me, I don't know about you, but for me,
I'm just asking.
We ain't doing it.
That's a no.
That's a no.
Okay. I'm on the second round. Like, catch me after all the side effects. And actually, I talked to a couple of my health professionals. I didn't know, vaccinations, they're not really like a cure to a disease. Like the flu vaccine, it doesn't cure you from the flu, but I guess you build up the antibodies that if you're attacked by the flu, you won't have an adverse reaction to it. So like the corona vaccine is like you're building up the antibodies that if you're exposed to it, you're more than likely not to get it.
But that's what the vaccine is. They have like the flu is a strand of flu. The flu shot, right?
Yeah.
Got a strand of flu in it. Same with the COVID vaccine. So it's got a strand of this COVID in it. So they're going to inject it into people. That's how they're going to build up the immunity. It bothers me.
Anyways, yeah. It's a lot going on this season. So I want to first dedicate this show tonight to John Chappelle, Mr. John Chappelle, my best friend Brandy Chappelle. He passed away this weekend, and he was an amazing man, an entrepreneur, just an all-around great guy. So I just want to dedicate this show to him. And let's move forward. We have an awesome, amazing singer, artist, songwriter. No one like her. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring on none other than Carla Coca Marie Anderson. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm swell. How are you?
I'm doing well. You kind of heard us talking about the COVID vaccination. So I just want to ask you, as people are out there, are you pro-vaccination? Are you going to be taking the vaccination when they offer it to you, or how do you feel about it?
I do not want to take it. I know it's something that my husband and I have spoken about. I feel the same way. My biggest thing is we serve a big God. We don't feel like there's no way that we can not be exposed, or no way that we cannot catch it. But it's just, we were reading something a day or two ago, or just, kind of having a conversation or listening to someone's conversation. No, I brought up how I see on social media people who are very open about if they have it, and they're down and they're taking their 2 weeks off or whatever, and then they put out statuses that say, wear your masks, da 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 this, da da that, and it's just like, look, we caught chicken pox as children, didn't know how we caught it. We are wearing these masks. These masks are not a shield of protection and faith, because people are still catching it. All we can do is pray and keep ourselves clean and watch out for one another, to be very honest. So to answer that question once more and again, I am not pro the vaccination. I don't want anything in me. I got too many problems, not too many, but I got whatever I'm gonna have to deal with, in the long run. I'm straight. I'm gonna wash, I'm gonna clean, I'm gonna brush my teeth, I'm gonna brush my tongue, pray, if it happens, it happens. I got remedies for days, a tub and some soup and some more.
This is what I love about my people. I love about us, because you're not the only one. I think we're not alone in this. So it's not like, oh, we're the minority in this, but a lot of people are like, listen, after the Tuskegee experiment, after, just a lot of mistrust with hospitals. Black women have been kind of, just a lot of different things. Like, there's definitely a mistrust in the medical field. But I will say this, and I tell my friends all the time, you have got to be invested in your health. Like, health is wealth, and it starts with how you're eating, how you're treating your body, how you're handling stress, how you're taking care of everything. So I'll just start off by asking you, how are you doing during this whole, from the beginning of the pandemic to now? How are you doing? How's your family doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm just fine. Actually, the top of the year when things started to shut down, it was an open door, an open opportunity for my brother and I, who I'll just say right now, we're a duo. James Anderson is the song that you played at the top of the show, the cover of I'll Be Home for Christmas. We were able to go ahead and fulfill a desire, a dream that we wanted to, and put out our first EP. So that is what happened. That's one of the first things that happened. I was able to get all these ideas out of my head. We collabed. I engineered myself. I was learning how to do that, studio. I was already used to doing studio work, so did some writing and everything. Like, that's what's been going on. And of course, a lot of other things here in the city of Vegas is where I am now, but still rep that M-Town. I play with it. We've definitely lost gigs. My husband and I were both in music entertainment, and then we've got that back, and we're still rolling. God has been good. We ain't lost a beat. We paid bills. We ain't been hungry. That is what the pandemic has been. A whole lot of communication, a whole lot of keeping our ears open and not feeding into a lot of the news and stuff that a lot of times is just out to scare you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's been a great time. In a nutshell, it's all been good. It's all been God.
Right. And so before we move forward, I am learning StreamYard. I am the host of this. I want to just make sure that I'm sharing this correctly to everyone out on Facebook and Anointed Radio. So I know it's on YouTube. Let me make sure. I got to take a pause here and make sure it's, I know what to do. Start a watch party. Okay.
Yeah, because I want
Here we go. Let me see if I'm doing this. Take a pause for the cause. Okay. Well, you know what? They'll see it on the replay also. So let's just move forward and have fun, because a lot of people are going to see this live, but they're also going to see this on the replay. So if y'all can do me a favor, put the YouTube in your page, send it out to the people. Y'all got me. So to go back from the beginning, you mentioned your husband, you mentioned your brother, you all are a duo. Let's just go from the beginning. When did you know you could sing?
As a child.
Or was it just natural? Like, did you grow up around music?
Absolutely. As a child, I knew I could sing. Both my parents are and were singers, musicians. They were artists themselves. And each of my siblings, I got three. I grew up in the household, 3 brothers, and I was the only girl, so it's 4 of us. Everybody sings. Everybody plays something. I play my ears and my voice and my brain, the creative part. But that's really it. Like, we had no choice. It was definitely a gift from God, honed by our parents and ourselves just throughout the years. So we didn't have a choice. It was all around us. That's all we were around.
Okay, so and your musical choices, like when I hear you sing, like you were at my one of my first shows last year, and hearing you live, even though we know the voice of the instrument, like when you sing, you're like an instrument. Like you don't just go against vocalists, you challenge the piano. You have this part in your show where you turn to the pianist or the bass or the guitar, and you have this conversation. So I'm just really curious, like, where did you learn that? Where did you hone that? Because a lot of vocalists won't you know, talk to the piano or talk to the guitar the way that you do, and you have this conversation. Where did you learn that?
I have to thank my mom and my dad again. We are just a big family. They are avid music lovers. We were introduced to everything, of course, from gospel to jazz to hip hop to R&B to everything, and I saw them perform and I saw them do those things and the groups that they were a part of. There is one lady who I immediately thought of. Her name is Gail Jones Murphy. And
Okay.
They were a part of a group called Murphy and Company, and she played the piano and wrote, if not all, majority of their songs. And she, as well as all of the singers, my parents included, of course, they would do those things. So I heard it everywhere I went. Ella Fitzgerald, she's one of my favorite singers. I guess everybody, even Daryl Coley, I would hear him do those things. John P. Key, we know that he does that. I could go on and on and on and name, but that's where I saw it. That's where I heard it. I heard it at home. My parents would do it. My mom would do it with my dad. My dad would do it with my mom. My dad would do it with us, and my mom would do it with us. That's where it happened.
They would literally challenge you just vocally, like just always pushing you.
You could say it was a challenge, but to be honest, it was a normal night. Let's daddy or mama making dinner. We're finished with dinner, or we're cleaning and we're finished with that. Or it's just a regular night of dad pushes play and he's got his keyboard set up and he's got the microphone set up and we're cleaning or playing and he's playing around do 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 do, and he'll be like Calvin do 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 do, or Carla do 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 do, and it's just anything, whatever the creative vibe that was created. That's what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a little jealous. I've always wanted to grow up in a musical family. So I'm just going to ask one more question, and then we're going to get into our game for tonight. Okay. So you go from your family and you marry a musician.
I was just thinking about this yesterday. Like, I don't know if it's what I wanted, if that was on my mind, if I ever thought like it's inevitable. Was it just supposed to happen? I don't know, but it just happened. To me, it wasn't a music. I'm gonna tell you what, and I'm gonna make it real brief because it's on the EP, the little story. But I saw him on a porch. We had met before, but
I want to hear the story. Okay.
We had met before I saw him on a porch at a party one night. But I had heard his name in the city. He was a new bass player in town, a new musician in town from Michigan, his hometown, Flint, Michigan. And anyway, I saw him on the porch. I heard him laugh. I looked up and I was like, guys from Memphis don't laugh like that. He was laughing like, ha, 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 ha. And I was like,
how was he laughing?
Ha, 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 ha. Laugh.
Shout out to Lloyd, by the way. Shout out to Lloyd.
Right here. But I looked up and the porch light was on, but it was just like clouds opening up, going like, oh, because it was this big old pretty smile, big old teeth. But I was like, man, he's cute. I'm finna make him and everybody on this porch laugh before I leave, because I had to take my little god sisters home from the party. And I didn't know, because it was a party. I didn't know who it was. I didn't know it was him. I had known that I had seen him before or that he looked familiar. But long story short, a couple weeks later, I saw his picture on Instagram. I liked the picture. And then he sent me an IG DM, said, Carla, text me. And I was all giddy, like, all right. But my response was, okay. Because,
you got to keep it cool.
Yeah, he can't see me, but I was really like, hey, I'm going to text him and stuff. And that's how it happened. We started off as friends. We started off as colleagues. And then we ended up liking one another.
And well, what's crazy is, too, when I'm listening to you, a lot of musicians have a bad rap, right? Like, like if my sister were to come to me and go like, I met a musician, I'm like, pray about it, How long have you all been married or together? And as a nugget for the ladies out there, and if Lloyd wants to jump in also for the fellas out there, what's the secret to y'all like making it work?
You want to jump in? Okay, so we have been together, I would say officially since like April 2015, off and on, and married almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years, June 16th. Look at me closing my eyes. Don't worry about it. Baby, I got to think about it. But it don't matter because it's just like them that much, whatever.
Yeah. But y'all like really like each other. Like, I've worked with you. You've worked on my show. You come to the shows. I see you all around, and it's like they really like get along. Like, what is the secret to that? And it's the holiday time right now, so there's a lot of love connections going on right now.
Wow.
What would you say to the ladies out there?
All musicians, first of all, people are people. Yes, musicians get a bad rep, but CEOs get bad reps. Singers, female singers get bad reps. Male singers get bad. Like, it don't matter. Any god dog better get bad reps. Lloyd has been very honest with me. That was one of the first things that drew me to him, and I think the same for me. He's actually a very smart intellectual that is full of a lot of wisdom, and that is what intrigued me about him. We're actually 7 years apart. I'm a little bit older, but I've learned so much. I'm pointing this way because he's right here on this new PS5. Shout out.
Got the PS5, and I saw the mask. Yeah, you got what is that?
Power Ranger mask.
Power Rangers.
I thought that me and my youngest brother were Power Ranger fans. Lloyd, he got a Power Ranger tattoo, like all of the Power Rangers. But anyhow, what it takes is communication, because it has not been all roses and fairies. It's been some roses really smell like boo-boo.
Right.
As what he say, Andre 3000 has said.
Yeah.
But communication, patience, understanding, and a desire to want to grow, and being okay with changing and learning to eat these lessons, knowing that you're not perfect and wanting to see one another do better. But we did start off as friends. Both of us are crazy. A lot of people know Lloyd as the loud, silly Lloyd. With a great head on his shoulders. Some people know him as this quiet guy, and they're like, do you ever say anything?
Yeah.
For me, some people might know me as a quiet person. I've learned a couple years ago, someone thought I was quiet and stuck up, and I was like, child, that takes too much energy. I don't know how to be stuck up. I'm real goofy loud. I feel like I'm extra loud right now, but I'm from the South, a little country, but both of us are goofy and silly. He almost got me beat. I just let him win because I'm trying to have his baby.
You let him win. Okay, listen. The baby is coming. All right. Come on, baby. If I be a prophet, you can name the middle name Daryl. Amen.
Oh, well.
Okay.
He already told names. Like before we were engaged or married, he
called it.
He chose names. I've been choosing baby names since I was a kid, and I was just like, he's so cute. I let him have that. I put the middle name as the name that I wanted for the first name. I let him have it.
Somebody said let him win. Shout out to Jacob Lusk from American Idol. That's my homie out there. Let him win. Okay, let's get into this game. This is my first game. Shout out to the people who play Song Association. Woo! Shout out to the people who made Song Association famous. My boy, I don't know him personally, but we gonna know each other one day. Terrell Rice, shout out to you. We are gonna play Song Association. Okay, so Shakita, here's what we're gonna do. So I was looking at Terrell, and he gave everybody 10 seconds, and because of the pandemic, he gave them an extra second. So 11 seconds, right?
Okay.
But for me, I'm half Caribbean, and I feel like you don't let up on people. So because of the pandemic, I'm going to give you 8 seconds.
Dang.
But I'm going to be nice and give you 9 seconds. I'm going to give you 9 seconds.
James from James Anderson is on here. Calvin Barnes, that's my brother, the other duo. I'm sorry to
cut you off. Shout out to James.
Yeah, he said, "Oh, this is gonna be good."
This is gonna be. I'm excited about this because, like, Carla is like a secret missile. Like you're like your good game player that everybody's like, oh, I don't know what she's gonna do, but then she just like boom gives it to you, right? Okay, so song association. The rules of the game: you got 9 seconds. Because of the pandemic, I'm gonna give you an extra second instead of 8 because I believe in you. All right. Okay. Now I'm gonna give you a word.
Okay.
It can either be in the title or in the song. Okay.
Oh my God. Okay.
we gonna start. We gonna start off easy.
Okay.
Okay, Shakira, you got the timer.
I got the timer.
And let me just say, shout out to Elder Barnes. I'm called Elder Barnes.
Hey,
to Elder Barnes, because the whole family is amazing. We're going to get into that. But let's start off with the first word. So your first word is the. Ready, set, go.
The first Noel, the angels did sing, birds and poor shepherds in fields as they lay.
Woo! Okay. So that's the first one. Good stuff. Where's my boom? Okay. All right. Here we go. Second word. Love.
Everybody does this one. Love. So many things I got to tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know how. 'Cause there's a possibility that you look at me differently, love. Yeah.
Can you keep going?
Ever since the first moment I spoke your name, from then on I knew that by you being in my life, things were destined to change. 'Cause love, so many people use your name in vain. Oh, love, oh, those who have faith in you sometimes go astray. Yeah, love, love, through all the ups and downs, the joy and hurt. Love, oh, better or worse, I still will choose you first.
That's what I'm talking. Like you do those like you do that. Like the thing you just did. You just like come out of nowhere and just like it just makes me so happy.
I know what you mean. I gotta I'm listening to my brother play in my head. I'm listening to something that he would do, or any musician. But
okay, so let me ask you this. Do you remember your first solo? Do you remember your first solo as a kid?
I do.
Okay. Can you give us a piece of it?
Yes, it's a song called He.
Okay.
He can turn the tide and calm the angry sea. He alone decides who writes a symphony. He knows something to something, rainbows and something. He keeps watch out through each lone and lonely night. He still takes the time to hear a child's first prayer. Saint or sinner call and always find him there. Though it makes us sad, though it makes him sad to see the way we live, he'll always say, I forgive. Ooh, I forgive.
That was your first solo?
It was my solo. Of course, it didn't sound like that, but my mom taught it to me. It was a song called He, and she had it out on sheet music, And I just loved it. She sang it to me. I love my mom's voice. Oh my God, she has the most just flawless, effortless voice. But she played it and she taught it to me. And that's how I learned how to pick up well, just from hearing something that I love and just drank up. But that was the song. Keith.
How old were you?
Ooh. Maybe 7 or 8.
Because that's not a kid song. I mean, like that's a grown folk song. Like that's like a mature song. Like, so obviously your mom already saw that you had something in you. Your voice is just so smooth.
Oh, okay.
So your mom is a singer.
Yes.
And your father was a singer. Your father passed away last year.
Yes, April 5th, 2019.
How has that been for you in the past year? How have you overcome that? And I ask that because we're just in a season where what would you say to my friend Brandy? What would you say to people out there who have lost loved ones close to them right now? What is your advice to them?
Woo! I thought that I would be able to mix that up and spit that out. My advice, I think, would be to be honest with yourself and your feelings. Do not shut out people who you know love you, but also be honest with them and let them know when you need some downtime. Pray, talk to God, let him know if you're upset. Let him know if you're angry about it. Thank him for the time that you had with your parent. Thank him for that time. Praise him because he knows best, if that is his belief. God knows best. And ask God, heal me, love me, comfort me. Find the time to accept the love. A lot of times people don't know what to say. And I've seen, honestly, recently, within the past week, a lot in the past year, I've seen more fathers, specifically more fathers, pass away. My husband lost his father in 2011. So I thank God that I had him here. Number one, I didn't understand. There was a time within our relationship where I was selfish and I didn't understand. And he's so patient, praise God. He's so patient. He was able to explain to me. It wasn't all peachy. He got down my throat, but he also gave advice and taught me how to heal as well. But I've saw, like I said, in the past year, so many fathers have passed. The most that I can say, honestly, truly, and I think anybody would agree with me, at least one thing we could say is, I'm so sorry. Because what can you say? I'm so sorry. Yes, I'm praying for you. Because a lot of times we don't know what words to say. We don't. And I'm sorry helped me. Surprisingly, I guess, when people would just say, I'm so sorry, it was the most comforting, one of the most comforting phrases. Because I'm sorry I stepped on your toe. That hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of the same thing. It's hurt. And I'm sorry that you're feeling that.
Because it's like I hurt with you. I'm with you in it. And I tell people it's okay not to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is okay to not be okay. And we just live in this world right now, like where I think we're becoming insensitive sometimes, or where we're just kind of like, oh, this too shall pass, and it's gonna be okay. We try to find those answers. And let me help somebody out there with that. If you tell somebody this too shall pass and it's gonna be okay, don't do that.
Yeah. Because we don't know when. We don't know when. Of course it'll pass, but man, like every day. My dad was the last person whose face we saw before we took that 27-hour drive from Memphis to Vegas. The last person that kissed me, hugged me, and I didn't see his face again, but I felt like I had spoken to him and seen him. I felt like he had hugged me and everything. He was the first person to call this Samsung S9 when I got it after somebody out here stole my phone. But the first person to call, and I have that voicemail. But I feel like what a way for God to set me up to to fill me with those memories and to feel me, that to comfort me in that way. I felt like I heard his voice. I felt like I saw him, and I hadn't since June 1st when we hit the road.
Wow. That's good stuff. So, okay, we're going to continue with the game, but since we're talking about family right now, you and your brother have collaborated. You have this amazing Christmas song, "I'll Be Home for Christmas," that we played at the beginning. And also, are you two on the EP together, or is it his EP?
It's our EP. So my brother's
Okay.
name is Calvin James Barnes. He's a producer. Callie Keys is his producer name. And together, because my last name is now Anderson, we are James Anderson. Calvin James Barnes, Carla Marie Anderson.
Gotcha.
Calvin is a producer / musician / songwriter / singer. Don't tell nobody. Nah, he sings as well. But that we are on there together in that way.
Okay, so tell us about this EP. How did it come about? How would you explain this EP? Obviously, you all can get it on every digital outlet, iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, everywhere. But tell us about it.
A couple years ago, my brother Calvin and we started to do a lot of demo work, studio work together, even live performances here and there. We were like, let's do something together. In a nutshell, we sat down at a place called Hughes in Memphis, talked about it, hashed it out, got started on something, and fast forward, this pandemic happened, and we had still been doing stuff together even when we moved. God just created this time for the opportunity to flourish. Calvin sent me some tracks, and it was the time for it to happen because lyrics and melodies began to happen. That, if that was the question, that's how it happened. So from March till May, just about from about March to May, there was the songwriting, there was the vocals, there was the back and forth of tracks, ideas for this and that, and comprised was a 6 or 7 song EP. And in the midst of that was the George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and all of the other BLM, those victims.
Yes, yeah.
That happened. So right before the EP was complete, we also wrote a song dedicated for that purpose called BLM, Black Lives Matter. And we did that like within a week and a half or something like that. But
I love the EP. I got a chance to listen to it, and it takes me to Kim.
Okay.
It's just so smooth and right. Like every note, every track, it just feels really good.
Thank you.
It just feels really, really good. So so Shakita has the next word.
Okay.
Yes, the next word is wait. I didn't set the timer. Hold on. Okay. The next word is beautiful.
You are beautiful, no matter what they say. Words can't bring me down. No, no, no. You are beautiful in every single way. Yes, words can't bring me down. No, no. So don't you bring me down today. Beautiful.
I was singing that this morning as I was cleaning because I was trying to pick my spirits up. I told Dara earlier, I don't know what phase I'm in right now. It's been an emotional high and emotional low. And today I just didn't know which one it was. And that's the one that I was singing this morning.
And speaking of beautiful, so let me ask you this, and I've asked other guests that I've interviewed. As a beautiful chocolate sister in the industry, have you struggled with feeling beautiful in the industry? Have you had, how do I how do you feel in a world of Beyonce's, in a world of being judged? And I feel like women in the industry are just a little harder than men. You know, we can be fat, we can be laid, we can sing.
Wow.
You know, as a woman, sometimes, you know, we're, you know, in the world of WAP, I'll say it that way.
Right.
in the you know, in the world of all of this, you know, you are a natural, beautiful lady. Have you had struggles? Have you faced obstacles in the industry, and how have you overcome them?
It makes me think about a time I sang with this choir from Memphis, Tennessee. I don't even want to bring up the name, not because I don't want to bring up the name of the choir. But no, I'm gonna shout it out. Daryl Pedersen, Strength and Praise. They were one of the overseers who said to me, Carla, how come y'all ever wear a skirt? You always wear pants, da da this, da da that. How come, I've heard for so long, you don't never wear makeup? How come you don't do nothing with your hair? You so pretty, this, that, you know what? My mom and my dad always told me I was beautiful. I was pretty. It took me some time to believe it and be more confident in it. I loathe sometimes getting dressed up. But I'm getting older and I am a night owl, and these dark things up under my eyes do they thing. You know, I've dealt with it. Someone here said, you just like a boy. Going on. I got a ministry at this club or in this church or whatever, a ministry, no matter where I go, to put out there. When I leave or when the people leave, one of the biggest things that warm my heart is, you really blessed me tonight. And especially if it's at a lounge or a club, you really blessed me tonight. I was feeling like this and you lifted my spirits. There was something that you sang or said in that song that did something. Your smile did this. And it's just like, thanks, Lord. There's nobody but you. So I feel beautiful with or without makeup, with this hair plaited up so it can have a little crinkle. I feel beautiful I feel most beautiful in t-shirt, jeans, chapstick, and a little bit of eyeliner. But I've definitely been criticized. It's been something that I've had to overcome and become more confident in. And my husband thinks that I'm beautiful. We did a cruise ship tour together, and I was trying to get all dolled up, and he was like, I asked him how you look. He was like, I think you really don't even need to put on any makeup. You look just fine. He didn't go into baby, you fine, baby, you this, baby, that. Because if you know Lloyd, you know he's straightforward. I be begging him to tell me I'm pretty. Because I just think he's so handsome. Not begging for real, but just like, you pretty.
Yeah, but you know, like when I hear you and I go down that question and just this conversation, because I see, you know, I have nieces, you know, I see young women. I've been a part of the industry, and a lot of times it's like, you know, if you don't put on makeup. I remember one time we were at a gig and you were like, should I wear my heels? And I was like, well, since everybody has them on, like, that's probably like proper protocol. But, you know, real talk, if you want to go up barefoot, like, you know, your energy, your spirit, and a lot of women can't go without makeup. But I think we're living in a time right now, and I'm just really big on just, you know, with Kamala Harris being in office and just kind of like this women's move, like where women need to be uplifted and encouraged. Like, hey, you don't have to throw on a whole lot of makeup. You don't have to wear 6-inch heels. And I mean, God bless Cardi B. God bless Beyonce. God bless all of those wonderful artists, but also God bless Lettucey. God bless Carla Marie Anderson. God bless, you know, the Natural Sisters. Also, you know, like, women need to be encouraged, like, you can be beautiful in your natural state. And the real secret is men prefer natural anyways. That's your nugget right there.
It ain't a lie. It's the truth.
I'm just going to pause right there because don't nobody believe me. They're not hearing it.
It's the truth.
You know, some of y'all got on foundation heavier than okay. Moving forward.
And I love heels. I'm so clumsy. I trip up in tennis shoes worse than heels. I love heels. I just was wondering, like, what you thought that night. I remember because I put them wedges on, like I could shake my
I was
booty.
like, yeah, like you know, like you just so dope on its own. And shout out to Kevin Walls. He said, "Don't need all that fake up.
Oh, get down.
That fake up." Anyways, moving forward. Next word. We almost finished. We got a couple of more. You doing good, by the way. You at 100%. I think I went easy on you.
Look,
Okay,
great.
so we're gonna make it a little difficult. Dream. The next word is dream.
Okay.
Ready, set. Oh, you already got it. Go.
I mean, I only know this little melody, but dream, 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 dream. Whenever I dream of something, something, some. But I don't even know who it's by, but it's an old song, maybe like 60s or 70s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll figure that out. What's your favorite song to sing? Like, what is, I heard someone ask it, what's the song that's like gotten you through difficult times? Like, what's your go-to?
Maybe To God Be the Glory.
Okay, let me prepare myself.
Oh, goodness.
You can give me a little chord, just a little chord, wherever you want to start from. And give me a second. I'm gonna grab my tissue just in case. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, something's happening with my screen here. Leave me alone, screen. Okay. Screen, let me be great. Am I still there?
You're still here. See,
okay.
The devil don't see this. The devil, because he knows.
I know people emailing me anyhow, so I'll just do the chorus.
Okay.
To God be the glory. To God be the glory. To God be the glory for the things He has done. For with His blood He has saved me, and with His power our God has raised me. To God be the glory for the things He has done. Because no matter if it's good or bad, to God be the glory for all of it.
I'm just going to tell you, if you were to sing that one more time. Thank you for just doing one round.
Indeed.
I'm already.
I know. I already know.
How does it feel when people respond to your voice the way, like I was looking at a video you were singing, and like, how does it feel when people are like literally emotionally moved? Like, what does that feel like to be that vessel? Can you explain it?
Sometimes I want to cry. Sometimes I am just as wowed or blessed. Because I listen to myself when I sing. I can tell when I can tell when I feel like God has started to sing. Sometimes I hear a tone switch where it reminds me of my mom or my dad or just someone that has blessed me, especially if a song that I've heard them sing. It is very humbling. It's so very humbling. I don't know how to graduate to arrogance with it, because as people say, it's very true, and it has happened before. It's gone, but it makes me feel like how I said earlier. I knew that it was nobody but God and a ministry when even outside of church, somebody is blessed. That's what it makes me feel like. So grateful and just like, wow. I may have been feeling like shiznittle before singing, and somehow God came within me and caused something to bless somebody. Like I probably can't. I'm explaining it the best I can, but it's fulfilling. It's humbling, and it makes me feel more confident. Even about just as simple as my voice, to be honest, because your voice is so this, your voice is so that. I just say, you know what? It makes sense, and to God be the glory, because somebody's voice does that to me. So it makes sense. I'm not finna brush it off or no, girl, now. Like, no, I know the gift that I have. And let me take care of it. Let me continue to care for it. I'm a walking, living testimony. And let me not even go into that, but trust.
Okay. We got it. Okay. Shakita, do you have any questions? Because I just you just been chilling over there, not on purpose. You look beautiful, by the way. Do you have any questions?
No, I'm just listening and soaking it into. Like I said, I don't know what today is.
But I mean, literally, even right now, I feel like I'm looking at Shakita, and you are ministering to her right now. And that's the power of the voice. Like that instrument inside your own body, you're literally sitting there, and unbeknownst to you, probably, I can see how her heart is being penetrated. I'm looking at the screen, and I'm like, she's swaying, she's moving with it, and it's like that is just an amazing gift. Kevin Wall said, God used you as a vessel to bless someone that may be going through and needed that go through. Okay, so we're coming up on the end. I changed my last word because I have the word for you. That's her new single. Yes, it is. You said you could go into what you've been through.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just share a little bit of when you say what I've been through, what do you mean by that?
So what I was thinking about, because we were talking about, I guess, the voice and how I feel when people compliment or tell me that they've been blessed. What I mean is, first of all, there has been a time where I have been a front person for a tour concert, and the last couple of shows didn't have a voice. Okay, so I know what it feels like to not have a voice, to try to sing and that be gone. But the testimony I'm talking about is for this 2020. So for about 6 years or more, I was, and I have to say was, an alcoholic. Daily functioning alcoholic. Functioning. I can say today I am not, and I say I have to say was, because I attended a couple AA meetings, and they tell you basically, once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic, and you have to work through it. And I've said it a couple times already here on this show. I serve a big old God, and the past is the past, and that's what I wanted. That's what I desired. I didn't want to do it because I wanted my life. I didn't want to just do it because it was hurting myself or those around me or my husband and our friendship and our marriage, but I wanted it. I'm not an alcoholic today. I wanted to say I have self-control over if I do want to drink, if I have something, I don't have to continue to. I didn't know I was hurting. I didn't know I was depressed. I didn't know that I wasn't forgiving myself or fully forgiving other people. I didn't know. And so many people do know about it and can relate. I thank God, I praise God, because I have control over it now. I mean, the biggest bottles of New Amsterdam gin all day, every day. I would finish a bottle off every day. If not in one day, in 2 days. This little old bitty bottle. I don't need it.
And you know what? Okay, this is like Shakita.
This could have been gone.
Can you believe this? Can you listen? So my first show, we played 21 questions. And I have been transparent about this, about my own addictions. not just alcohol, but I was listen, I don't look like what I've been through, but I was a crackhead at one point.
Oh.
I was, and this is why I'm so great. Thank you, Lord, for the DW experience, because I said I didn't want to be a gossip place. I didn't want to be a place where, oh, child, did you hear the latest? But I want people to leave with something, some people to leave with some encouragement. And it was uncomfortable, to really talk about those things. And it's like, crack? You did crack? What'd you do? I'm like, yes, don't ask. Like, there was a period I was so broken. I was so broken. Like, I could finish that bottle with you in my 20s. Anything you could hand me to numb the pain. And really, Carla, thank you so much for being honest with it, because I believe, like, not only tonight, but in the replay of this, there are people, I was functioning too. Mm-hmm. I had a job. I worked somewhere in the past, and don't worry about that, but I worked. Right. I sang, and I went to church. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. And there are people out there, and addiction, what I've learned, it's like, one addiction is not better than the other. And there's people who are addicted to alcohol, addicted to food, addicted to pain, addicted to drugs, addicted to, being the victim, addicted to church, because when anything is too much and you're using it to cover up the pain. And right now in this season, I'm just going to take this moment right here. There's a lot of people that are suffering in silence. They are drinking in silence. They are hurting in silence. They are eating in silence and smiling to everybody on Facebook, on Instagram. Come on now, y'all. They social media happy, but as soon as they log off, they go straight to that addiction. They go straight to that thing to numb the pain. And we need artists who are going to be transparent and honest. And I'm so glad for this moment and this opportunity. Like, yo, if you're listening to this, you're not listening to this by accident. You need to know that you are not alone, and what you are going through. You may not go to AA, you may not go to somebody, but what I wanted to let you know, that there is somebody bigger than AA, there is somebody bigger than NA, there is somebody bigger than the bottle, there is somebody bigger than that buffet bar. There is God who can help you through it.
That's right.
And a lot of artists, creatives especially, are susceptible to those vices, because it's just a part of who you are. Like, thank you so much for that transparency. I literally shared that, and it's just been part of just like what I've been sharing. And I asked God, like, well, maybe I'm talking too much. Because I'm just sharing everything, just sharing it all, because we live in 2020 where everybody's perfect. Everybody's got it together. They got their TikToks, they got their brands, they got their influence, and nobody wants to be honest and say, yo, it's not, and I'm going to shut up. But the thing about it is, it's not your addiction. It's the pain underneath the addiction that's causing you to go to that bottle, to go to that blunt, to go to that man, to go to that woman. Because some of y'all are using sex and relationships. You're addicted to relationships. You're addicted to sex. You're addicted to being the victim. You're addicted to fame. Mm-hmm. Woo! Okay. Pause. And you like, just and I'm gonna give you the last word, but like, shout out to you and Lloyd. Shout out to your relationship. I know he's at the side with this Power Ranger mask on, playing his PS5, but I want to give him a huge shout out. Is he? Did I get it right?
We over there about to eat the beef. We so fat. We love food.
Can Lloyd come on and just wave? Does want to come on and wave?
Lloyd,
just wave. Come
Lloyd,
on over and wave.
Come here right quick and wave. Quickly.
Just quickly. Just wave to the people.
Yes. Lloyd is an artist, Young LA the Second as well. He's got music out.
Just wave.
What?
Shout out to you. Ladies, he's married.
Woo! We ain't even about to go into that, man.
Memphis is in the house. Flint is in the house.
Okay.
So, wow. Okay, this last part of the interview, that was so powerful. That was so powerful. Now I'm going to give you the last word.
Okay.
The last word is sweet. I wonder if you know what I'm...
Hear me calling out your name. I feel no shame. I'm in love. Sweet love. Don't you ever go away. It'll always be this way. How sweet it is. How sweet. How sweet to you. Sweet.
Okay. That wasn't the song I wanted. But I like that song. Okay, so let's talk about, as we close out, there is a YouTube video that went viral of you at Ron Isley's concert.
The Isley Brothers.
The Isley Brothers.
Yeah.
And he passed you the mic, and what did you sing?
I sang Sweet Thing.
Can you give me just a little piece of that and wake the neighbors up?
Okay, right, because I got let's see. So he was singing it, and by the time I ran to that stage, because I was all the way in the back, I ran to the stage and I said, "Can I sing the second verse?" And he said, "Yes, sir." You are my heat, you are my fire. You make me weak with strong desire to love your child my whole life long. Be it right or be it wrong, I just want to satisfy you. You're not mine, I can't deny it. Don't you hear me talking, baby? Love me now, I'll go crazy. Oh, sweet thing, yeah. Oh, don't you know you're my everything? Oh, sweet thing, yeah. But you know you're my everything, yeah.
Woo! Carla Coca Marie Anderson, thank you so much. So tell the people where they can follow you, okay, so you perform at Sugar Daddy Lounge on Thursdays, right?
So
okay, help me out. Because I can't. Where can people see you live?
Live, you're gonna have to catch me where the catching is good. I am no longer there. I'm no longer anywhere right now live. So I don't know. Petition for me to be somewhere.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. The goal of this show, I want to be the person that they see you on this show and they snatch you up. So all promoters, all shows, all venues, Carla Coca Marie Anderson, they can find you on Instagram, Facebook. Where can they follow you?
So Instagram, it is Coca Marie, CocaMarie, the number 3. That's my IG. Facebook is Carla Marie Anderson. I'm on Twitter. as Carla Marie Anderson as well. I don't do a whole lot of social media, but this is what I am gonna do. I think either on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, I'm gonna do something that I do not do very often, or at all. I'm trying to keep up with the times, and I think I want to do something for Christmas and go live here in the living room, or really at the new living room, because we're getting ready to move.
Hey.
So I'm going to do something and present actually some music from James Anderson, so they can also find that music. Calvin, if you're still on here, help me out. But I believe on Facebook it is James Anderson Music. They can follow that fan page there. And on IG, it is james.anderson.music on IG as well. And of course, they can download everything digital download, James Anderson. And then on YouTube, they can find us on YouTube as well.
Awesome. Well, let me tell you something. I call you friend. I am also a huge fan. Shakita, any final parting words before we head out? You got a book? You got a book?
Yes, I have a book.
I gotta remind people.
I know. I always forget. I'm just soaking it in. But yeah, I just appreciate you. You being you. You go everywhere, and you're that ray of shine and everything like that. But I'm really glad that you also spoke on the addiction and what you've been going through behind the doors, because hopefully and prayerfully now, that ray of sunshine that you are to the world, you're able to be that to yourself when you're home by yourself and with yourself. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times it's hard to be our own encourager whenever we're going through something. So I'm proud of you, and I'm glad to call you friend of my sister. And I love you. And wait, your husband's name is Lloyd. I call him Screech, of course, because of bowling. He has a very particular bowling style. And I've become really ever since. Yeah. It's but just appreciate both you and Lloyd. He shares your gift with the world, not allowing you, but supporting you in your endeavors, and vice versa. It's always lovely to see the both of y'all at each other's functions, and then you go and sing with them, and it's really such a beautiful thing. So I enjoy it thoroughly wherever I am. You're welcome.
Yes. So listen, y'all, Carla, thank you so much for doing this. This won't be the last time. So y'all, hey, baby. Hey.
His name is Reese.
Hey, Reese, come here.
The big baby.
Come here.
I went and got my dog and picked him up in my lap. I'm going right over here on the ground. He's gonna knock me out. He's gonna knock me smooth out. I'm letting him.
Say hi. All right, everybody. Listen, thank you so much for tuning into the DW experience. This is going to be on replay, and I really believe people are going to see Carla from that cute little baby. Thank y'all so much. Till next Monday. If you want to reach out to Carla, you know how to find her on Instagram, on Facebook. I am more than happy to support you when you do your concert on Christmas. And this has been an amazing interview, so this is only the beginning. Thank you all very much. And until next time, I'm going to steal Tabitha saying what she say. Make it a great day. And if you can't, don't you go messing up nobody else's until I figure out my own catchphrase. So we over and out till next Monday at 7 p.m. Good night, everybody.
Good
night.
Peace.
Bye.